is 3 posts is what you need. Like, not posts, but
Yeah, like the
tubes in
base.
the ground or anything, right? And then a beam.
Okay.
Because then everything lays on top of the beam. You have enough height here. I'm pretty sure there's like 22 inches or something. I just looked at the picture, but to
Yeah,
me,
they
to
have
me
a
it
big
looks
step.
like that's your ledger up there,
Right.
And here's your window.
Foundation, yeah.
So I think we might, because of the brick, we might have to put something to bring it flush with the brick,
Yeah.
and then go flush onto that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
GRKs, those
Yeah.
4-inch, 5-inch screws.
Yeah, exactly. But that's to me it looked like there's a, and I didn't look too close. We'll go out and sort of go right through it. But to me it looks like at the bottom where it's just the concrete basement wall. We'll have to fur that out flush with the brick, so that our ledger is flush top and bottom. Because I'm pretty sure that our ledger is going to split the brick. Maybe not, but that's something
Yeah.
we'll look at. And then it's the easiest thing then, so you just have hangers against your ledger, and
Right.
you can overhang 2 feet past the beam,
Okay.
and it doesn't matter where the holes are, like, really. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to
I
be
see.
perfect,
Lined
because you have a beam.
beam. So it's just sitting on top of it, basically.
Yeah, and maybe like a 3-ply 2x10 beam, and so that's 9 1/4, and then you can put from the sauna tube piece of 6x6 or 4x4. 4x4 is good enough because you'll have 4.5 inches of bearing
Right.
from your beam.
Yeah.
That's all you really need.
Yeah.
And you just have that small piece of 4x4 going down to your sauna tube
Right.
from the bottom of your beam.
Uh-huh.
So the top of your beam is flush with the bottom of your ledger.
Okay, so it sits on the beam and then connects to the ledger, like joins. But
Yeah.
you
Yeah, so
right.
that way, that's the simplest. And then you can have an overhang and you hide the beam from the front. You can't see it, right? Because it's hanging over by up to 2 feet is okay. Right?
So the ledger is actually not holding the weight; it's just holding it from moving aside and.
Well, it does. It holds the weight between the beam and the house.
like,
that's why
whatever that
you
is?
got to use hangers.
Okay.
But you don't need hangers on the front part.
Okay. Hangers or blocks? What would you do in between?
What do you mean?
Like hangers on the ledger or blocks in between?
Oh,
the joints?
hangers on the ledger.
Ledger? Better?
Yeah, and then no hangers on the front. You don't need them.
Do those hangers hook on top of the ledger? Like those ones, like would they
No,
interfere with
same
the
as
deck boards?
these ones here. So, and
Just on the face mount.
face mount, exactly. And so,
Okay.
I mean, they're good enough, but also the legit 2x10 hanger
Yeah.
is like 1.25 inches bigger.
Bigger, yeah.
Or something.
Yes.
And they would call this a 2x8 or 2x10 hanger.
Do you use hanger nailers or use that screws or just hammers?
Oh,
Palm nailers?
so
Yeah.
there's a new product out.
Oh, technology.
That's a screw.
Okay.
Yeah, I started using them out in Niagara on the Lake. So, and it's a Simpson product.
Okay.
And it's the only load-rated screw for
So
hangers.
it's probably
there
really
is.
expensive.
Yeah.
Simpson ties.
Yeah. But it's interesting. So I use them in Niagara on the Lake
Yep.
on the deck out there.
Yep.
And the guy just bought them. And he's like, here's the screws for the hangers. I'm like, screws for the fucking hangers?
Wow.
No, you need hardened nails by.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, these were right in that section. And I'm like, let me fucking see. So I pulled them out, I scanned the QR code, I pulled up the specs, and sure enough, man, yeah, they're...
Is it better?
Well, I don't know that it's better than a hanger nail, maybe,
Okay.
but it's equivalent. You know, like as far as hardness goes, so it meets a standard. And then, you know, the thing about it is with a screw, you can take it out. You know,
Oh, it's pain in it's. Yeah, I remember taking those out. Vander's egg. Not fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and the thing is with that, then, you know, if we use them on this place, then you get an idea and see if you want to continue to use them again.
Okay.
On the next one.
Sure.
You know, whatever. And who gives a shit? It's a small deck, right?
Decent sized, 16 by 10.
Tiny.
Well, comparably. Yeah.
The
For-
one out in Niagara on the Lake was 38
Well,
feet.
if you
buddy.
go in Burlington, Oakville, all you have is like a 4
Oh
by
yeah,
4.
enough for a
Like,
chair.
yeah.
And your feet are hanging over
Yeah,
the
just
end.
for the photo.
Oh, I know. My place in Mississauga, we had a balcony.
Yeah.
Right. And it was
Balcony.
actually it was fairly long.
3 feet
I
by
think it was over 10 feet.
10 feet. Balcony.
Yeah, but like 3.5 feet out,
Oh, yeah, and then 10 feet wide. Not bad.
something like that. So I had a futon that would fit out there,
Oh,
and you could still open and close the door, like
Okay.
it right up to the door or whatever, and it was like covered in with the wall that comes up to here and then a little piece of reinforced glass. You know, and all stone. So the friggin' squirrels, because the outside of the building was small stone, they could scoot up there no problem. I lived on the 7th floor, and it'd be nothing to come home and there'd be like 2 or 3 squirrels taking a shit on my futon. And then my sister's cat came to stay with me.
Okay.
And that was amazing, man. So I just leave the screen open like about this much, and the cat would just lay and wait till he saw a squirrel. And this thing, he was raised in Cape Breton in the woods, right?
Okay.
And
Wild.
So, oh yeah, he would, and he had like 7 toes on each claw,
Yeah.
and friggin' vicious. And one time I was lucky enough, just as I was walking in through the door, the cat was getting ready to pounce on a squirrel, and just as I opened up the door, the squirrel looked and saw me and was getting ready to run, and that was enough of a distraction for the cat, and the cat just went whack and just hit him like a volleyball. And I ran out and I looked down, you could see him doing a skydive right to the ground. Right? Like he put his all 4 arms out and sailed down to the ground, hit the ground, and then ran to a tree. 7 floors, man.
Wow.
And it didn't hurt the squirrel.
No.
Maybe bruised his ribs.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So, this is bedroom, right?
Yep. There's going to be wall out. That's where the bathroom's going to start. There's going to be small bathroom here.
So we're going to go along here and
Yeah.
then box this whole thing out.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, that's going to have to
But
be...
you can't cover that.
Right. Well, we'll get an access panel.
Yeah. So,
We can't go that far out, right? Windows here.
yeah. Okay.
That's a... Why is the switch all the way up there? Valve.
Yeah, there's 2, eh?
Uh-huh.
In and out. So bathroom here.
Bathroom, bedroom, closet. And so the walls probably going to have to be, the door's going to be, I guess, somewhere here.
Yeah, so your doorway is probably going to be like just 2 studs,
Yeah,
and
reinforced.
then you. Well, I don't know. You need 82, right? For now, what about the floor?
80 can do, 80 or 70, 80, yeah. We can use 78 doors. Basement.
What about the floor?
The floor, It's gonna be LVP, so it's only like quarter inch or less. This one we don't have the thick BMX, DMX stuff, so should be okay. Alright. Let's get to chalking. I sent you the drawing so you can have a look and reimagine. Better than verbal.
Yeah. So then,
That's kitchen.
fuck man, it's too bad there wasn't sonotube in the ground before these guys do their pour,
Uh-huh.
because then you could probably get concrete for free.
They're gonna
have
pour on Friday or Saturday.
Oh,
I
yeah.
told them I have to get my trailer in, drop off everything, and then I'll get it out over the weekend. They can pour over the weekend, and then it will have to cure for 2 weeks until I can repark my trailer. So, yeah, they're gonna have they can reschedule the pouring. So if we can get this started, like even just lay out so that our guys can start framing, like filling in the studs or work on the bulkheads, then we can probably, because this week's gonna be pretty nice, we can maybe rent a auger or some holes,
Yeah. So
stick some to it.
you're thinking auger for the fence posts and for the deck.
And for the deck, yeah.
That'd probably be the way to go.
Yeah, free. Not only free, but mixing. We can skip the mixing part.
Exactly.
They might be doing stamped concrete though. Is that the same material? Okay. It looks red.
Yeah. Now, dude, they're using fucking high expansion foam for
Raising it.
instead of concrete.
Yeah. That's all it is.
I just like it's like a bag of stuff, right? Whatever. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that'll be
Pretty clear.
this will be an easy wall.
Yeah, it's nice and straight.
So are we going flush?
I think whatever we did last time on Fawn Hill was very good. I think we boxed out from there
Exactly. Flush. We went.
to the window with the window,
Yeah.
and then we just caulked around the window and finished it with drywall. It looks much better than fancy.
Yeah. Okay. So that and that makes it easy to frame down, right?
Yeah,
And then
definitely. Even if it's not
And then-
exact match, we can caulk around it.
and then
It was,
flush with the top of the concrete there.
yeah, yeah.
So then you have that little reveal of brick
Or
mold
even
that you-
half-inch off, because we're gonna put drywall on top of that, so we have that forgiveness of half-inch within half-inch of gap. If it's a little over half-inch, we can caulk, because we're gonna put silicone on anyways. So I think not really flush, but even like shorter.
Yeah, that's in
Or
the
space.
other place we went.
Did we go flush?
We went flush with the top of the concrete, the bottom of the brick mold.
Okay, but this window is pretty small. I think that one had bigger of
Yeah. Yeah, so we can go below,
yeah.
and then this will be tight.
Yep.
But that's not bad. That's. And then block right up to here. And then a friggin' short wall.
Yep.
Are you gonna box this out?
Yeah. Not really a box, but if we have an opening, like a window opening, then I'm just
Okay.
gonna make a door.
So
Hang the door.
you might have to return this to get that, right? Because it's far.
Oh, they do have framing
Yeah.
for that panel.
even I did it, man, for Mountain View.
Mhm.
Friggin' hilted half a sheet
Onto the foundation.
right onto the foundation. And I was like, man, this isn't worth a shit. Like, why are we doing this? Why don't we put a piece of wall in?
Right.
And they didn't even want to, like, they don't want to even spend the money on studs.
Like
know?
like this.
Right. They're just like,
It makes it so much easier to wire though with this.
oh, everything
Right?
is easier.
Right.
Everything is easier. And, you know,
That's-
if it was me, I would go out from the corner
This
You
is
know?
3/4 TNG.
and, yeah, floor.
Yeah, floor.
That's what that is. Floor material.
Right.
See? Yeah, but yeah, for me, I would go from a corner back even 8 feet with
Like
2
that?
by 6.
Mhm.
Like, well, you know, say from there to here or from there to here, because usually the electricians like to go to a bottom corner, right?
So if you work for a builder, do you get to choose that? You make that decision?
Sometimes they'll show a location on the drawing, sometimes not.
No. Oh.
So the first one that I did with Massimo for Mountain View Homes, they showed the location on the drawing, and so that's exactly what we did, and we just hilted it right onto the wall. And then when we went to Fawn Hill, then they didn't show it, and as soon as Massimo left, the very first day, I built the wall, stood it, put everything up, and put the plywood on it right away. And that was like day one. It was the first thing I did. I actually built, there's a wall in the basement that wasn't bearing, and I built it and I made it bearing. Because I wanted something to stand on when I was working by myself with all the 2x10s,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That way I could continue from the beam
Uh-huh.
and just walk, right? And something to nail to and,
Right.
and whatever. But they actually Mountain View, they're a pretty good outfit to work for. Like
Yeah.
their site supers are knowledgeable. They appreciate good work.
You know any of them?
Yep, not real well, but Mountain View's easy, man. You go to a subdivision, you go to their site trailer, and you say, I want to build fucking houses. And
I saw some builders selling their lots. Even their single lot is like 300, 400K. They don't even have to build houses anymore. They just sell it because it's not worth.
well, some developers do, yeah.
Right?
And some people even come in and speculate.
Mhm.
They even come in and they pick the cheapest plan, right?
Mhm.
Like, oh, we want this one and this one and this one and this one.
Uh-huh.
And they'll scoop like 4 properties, put the down payment there, and even before they start putting the foundation in, they'll have the place sold, and then the new homeowner will decide on another place. So they're basically just selling the lot. Like,
Pre-con.
yeah. Well, they'll sign on the dotted line,
Yeah.
right?
It was their house for
But the
a few
builder
hours.
is always happy with those deals,
Okay.
because the thing is, if there's a change, it's going to be for more money. Because when they buy them, they bid for the
deal is
cheapest,
already-
smallest
Every
footprints,
change
right?
orders.
Right. So then, if it could be $100,000 upgrade, right? Which is not much. It doesn't take much, man. A little bit different roof. Take a couple turns in the back. That's $100,000.
Yeah.
Every corner is $10,000.
Right? I saw. I heard.
That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
so, this is getting framed down.
No. This is gonna be like a little room for a bed. We'll just
Open?
drywall. Yeah.
So just a return then for the bulkhead.
Yep. Just a turn, and then we'll drywall.
So
See.
that'll work out really good
It's
for
right. Yeah. So we have something to
yeah,
screw on to.
right up to here.
Yeah. That's where the wall's gonna be for the room. Or we can even pull it out a bit.
That'd be good, man, to go right here.
Right.
Come right out. Then we can, well, or right. However we can,
This one we can decide, and like it really doesn't matter which.
yeah. So then, but the outside walls are getting done in here,
Yep,
right?
in here, up to here. Obviously, because this is storage, we're gonna end right there.
Yeah.
With
So
this
is this
wall.
getting all closed in?
I think we can build a wall here. Yeah.